Aw, yeah. What up, y'all? It's your boy, the one and only A Switch, aka. Why you got that? Why you got that lotion that don't be getting that moisture? Now you act. Now your ankles ashy. AKA peanut butter with no toast. AKA marshmallows with the s'mores in them. I guess it's s'mores up. S'mores up. You know what I mean. AKA the nigga lip master, bringing you yet another episode of Switches Sites, episode 200. Damn. Yeah, 200. It's been a long time, but it's been fun. I've had fun doing these. Clearly, as you could probably tell. So yeah, here's to many more. Hopefully, if nothing goes awry, I'll keep doing them. I'm okay with the tempo now. Slowing the episodes down at least to monthly, maybe bi-weekly at certain points, like potentially with this Summer Games Fest thing coming up, might do a special extra episode, but we'll see how I feel, how it plays out. I don't know yet. Happy Switch 2 Eve, whenever, under a week away from that's pretty fun. But yeah, pretty good show for you today. Talk about GTA 6, the delay, and many other things. So, without further ado, let's stop the dilly-dallying and get right into it. First topic of discussion. GTA 6 Delayed. Big surprise, I know, to everybody that's familiar with GTA's release schedule. It's not really surprising at all, but nonetheless, yes. May 6th or somewhere last month, they announced that GTA 6 is delayed. Today's date is June 6th. June 1st, 2025. Just almost forgot to say that, but nonetheless, I got it in there. Yeah. So GTA 6 delayed May 26, 2026. Originally was set for this fall of this year, 2025. But I think a lot of us collectively were like, I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. And like I was mentioning before, considering the reputation with Rockstar when it comes to Grand Theft Auto, it's always at least a delay or two. It feels like, even considering how long of a stretch this title is compared to the other ones. This is, I think, definitely for sure the longest spanning GTA in terms of development time. Well, I guess I'm hearing people saying that they did start production of it in 2018. So, I mean, you kind of do the math there. It's still a pretty decent chunk of time since then. So, I don't know. But interested nonetheless. I'll say that. May 26th, May 6th, 2026. But as consolation, they did give us another juicy trailer 2 to, you know, suckle on, if you will. I don't know. To just get it, just get all in it, you know. Just get all in it. Yeah, it looks pretty dope though. I mean, yeah, I of course how it looks very next gen, very like mind blowing, like graphics look very like insane, and all the minor details, which of course Rockstar is known for. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. But it's good though. It looked good. They show what's his name? Is it Tommy? I don't think it's Tommy. Jason? I think Jason. Jason, of course, the one girl that, you know, you saw in the first trailer. Some more characters. Yeah, it's a lot. I know the big rumor going around is that like Jason might be a narc or a undercover fed. I could see that. That'd be kind of cool though. If they you know, that happens. But yeah, all in all, I'm very much excited, looking forward to it whenever it comes out, whenever that is. Also shouts out to the booty jiggle physics. You could tell they put you could tell they put their time into. They put that detail in them booty physics. They had to do it. I get it. I understand it. So yeah, there you go. GTA 6 delayed. Now all the developers, competing developers, can actually like comfortably announce their release dates. This coming Summer Games Fest now. They can announce it and not fear in terms of the being unknown of when GTA was actually going to release this year. But I could see collectively everybody's sigh of relief, like, whew, all right, we can release it this fall then. Okay. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gears 5. Well, not Gears 5. Why did I put Gears 5? I meant Gears Reloaded. Let me live correct that. Gears Reloaded come into PlayStation 5. So Gears Reloaded is this new, well, not even new, but pretty much a remaster is probably the best way to describe it. So it seems to be a remaster of the Gears of War Ultimate Edition that came out, in 2018, I think. Maybe sooner than that. Let me see. Oh, it came out in 2015. Never mind. 2015. 4K resolution, 120 FPS support, cross progression and cross play multiplayer. So fellow Xbox brethren will be able to play with PS5 fellows. So that's cool. And I guess, yeah, the 20th anniversary is coming up in 2026. So that makes sense. What else? Players will gain. Oh, that's pretty cool. If you already purchased the Gears of War Ultimate Edition, I believe specifically digitally, you'll get a free upgrade to all the post-launch downloadable content at no additional cost, as well as, the Gears of War Reloaded game itself. Bonus campaign act, all multiplayer maps and modes, and a full roster of classic characters and cosmetics unlockable through progression. Okay. the gotcha though. You have to sign in with a Microsoft account like on PlayStation 5. So like PlayStation 5 players would have to, or maybe, well, specifically for cross-platform functionality, and enables progression so your campaign and multiplayer progress carries across devices. Also allows you to send invites and play with friends across platforms like Xbox to PlayStation or Steam to Xbox. Okay. Yeah, 4K resolution, 60 FPS game campaign, 120 FPS in multiplayer, HDR, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, 7.1 3D spatial audio, variable refresh rate, 4K assets and remastered textures, enhanced post-processing visual effects, improved shadows and reflections, super resolution with improved anti-aliasing, 0 loading screens during campaign. I mean that's it don't get any juicier than that. I'm just saying. Coming out on Game Pass Ultimate, PC Game Pass members too. And you had to have bought the digital version of Gears of War Ultimate Edition prior to May 5th, 2025. A code will be delivered prior to the launch of the game via direct message to eligible Xbox accounts. So there it is, man. Yeah, this is it. If this didn't solidify it, I don't know what else would. But yeah, like Xbox is, I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily losing the platform battle, so to speak, but it's like kind of like if you can't beat them, join them type thing, which is smart in terms of like sustainability and, you know, the strategy they're doing with like Game Pass and really having that as the forefront for everything. And, you know, it's seemingly eventually trying to push that to be like on PlayStation, presumably. They're making a moves. I mean, to be fair, it's pretty smart in terms of like getting more reach of your platform and also getting more money in your pocket from the competing fan base as well. So I mean, it is pretty smart overall. It's just so weird. Like playing Gears on a PlayStation 5 is gonna be interesting. I'm definitely gonna do that for sure. I mean, just the novelty of that in particular, and there's cross progression. Sign me up. I'm in there. But also, it's good to get, you know, people who haven't been exposed to this series a chance to, which is great. Probably the only like weird gripe I have with it is that they didn't do well. At least the rumors was that like it was going to be a Marcus Phoenix collection, kind of similar to the Halo Master Chief collection, where you get all of the games in one package, or at least the main trilogy, or maybe they could split it up from the main trilogy and then to like, you know, the what, I don't even know what you call it, the new age Gears series 5, 4 and 5. I mean, they have some flexibility there, but at the same time they're probably trying to nickel and dime the PlayStation people in terms of just, you know, dropping this one, dropping 2, then 3, and then doing that whole rollout and getting that money, and then probably, yeah, eventually when they push all of them out, maybe like bring them together in a collection, potentially, maybe, but hard to say. Who knows? Maybe they're just like doing this to feel it out, and then maybe drop a collection after that includes everything, and then maybe gives you an opportunity to get like the other games at a discount if you already got this one or something like that. There's a couple options they can do, but it is still odd nonetheless that like they're just doing this one. But I guess it seemed, I would assume they're just trying to feel the waters, so to speak. So dope. Indifference, indifference, but dope. Xbox, keeping in line with Xbox related news. Microsoft not giving a discount, but raising the price on all Xbox Series consoles and Xbox games to hit $80 this holiday. That is wild. So the Xbox Series X S 512 gigabyte model is gonna be $379 coming from $299. Series S 1 terabyte is $429 coming up from $349. The Xbox Series X digital is $449, or no, $549 coming up from $449. The Series X $599 coming from $499. And probably the most astounding one is the Series X 2 terabyte Galaxy Special Edition, $729 from $599. So that is literally more expensive than the PlayStation 5 Pro, but like with no other benefits, which is, I guess, technically outside of the storage. But even the PS5 Pro has a 2 terabyte storage in it, but this doesn't have anything else other than just that added storage. So that's wild. Are the controllers? I think the controllers were bumped up a little bit. The limited edition ones, I guess, specifically $89.99 from $79.99. I feel like the controllers were. They seem. I think they're the same. Yeah, the core controller and the colored ones, but the special edition and the limited edition, $89.99 up from $79.99. Series Elite Wireless 2, Elite Wireless Controller Series 2, $149.99 from $139.99, and the full is $199 from $179.99. And the Xbox Wireless headset, $119.99 from $109.99. You know what, man? I think what combined with this, Xbox raising their prices, and more than likely PlayStation gonna raise their prices. Nintendo already from the jump hiking their prices. Is like, I don't know, man. Now's a good time to start hitting that backlog. That backlog we all collectively have amassed over the years. It's like, it might be time to start hitting that backlog a little bit more. That's what I'm starting to feel like, which I'm normally like, for the most part, if I'm really interested in a game, I'll try to, get it on release day. But boy, shit is expensive. It is expensive. That is wild. $80 for a game in of itself is wild. So I'm starting to see myself like wait for the prices to drop, and then jump in like if it's low enough. Cause $80 out your damn mind. Yeah. And Microsoft, of all people, you would assume they might be the first to try to cut prices to get more. But no, we gotta hike them prices up. Oh my God, I don't know about that, man. That ain't a good look, man. That ain't a good look. It's kind of sad. Also, in terms of thinking about the kids, specifically that like are trying to get into games, that like this barrier to entry is even higher now in terms of like, you know, unless Daddy Big Bucks is a Fortune 500 CEO or whatever, it's gonna be tough for also for a kid to make a case to, hey Dad, can I get a $700 Xbox Series S? Well, let's be realistic. He probably, if he was smart, he would go for the lower like Series S console just to get a console, and you know, try to bargain his way there. But yeah, I'm curious now. I'm curious of the used market, because that's also another option. I'm gonna peruse eBay real quick, see what the hubbub is going on. So let's say I just want a Series X. Okay. Nope, this is for parts. Open box $489.99. That's damn near. And this is the digital edition too. $489. Oh, they out there mine. $345. This seems to be just a pre-owned. 400. So yeah, you probably looking at like $340 to $400 seems to be the price for that. Let's see, Series S. Pre-owned Series S, $185. 164. And these are the 512 gigabyte models. 239, 160. Okay. How about PlayStations actually? Even though the price technically isn't hiked up. Just see what a PlayStation 5 is going for. $329.99. PS5 Slim, 1 terabyte. Refurbished. Oh, PS5 Pro, $586. Refurbished though. I mean, that is an option there in terms of, you know, if you're looking for it. So I mean, there's some options, and of course, you know, Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that. But it's just also unfortunate that, you know, people have to even resort to that, like, for even a decent price in general for, you know, a console. Is wild. It's wild, man. It's so wild. But I digress. Hopefully, you know, it will hopefully figure itself out, right? I mean, we're under the dictatorship, presidency of, you know, president that's doing good for our country, right? Y'all voted for him. I'm just saying. I digress. Summer Games Fest on its way. Thought a little fun thing to do is to do some highly unrealistic, well, predictions in general, but I'm like, why not? Why not? I want to see the list. Jeff Keighley posted a list of partners that are going to be at Summer Games Fest. He said he had a round one. I mean, Capcom, 2K, Bandai Namco, .emu, Epic Games, Nintendo Switch 2, like they specified that. So that's interesting. Sega, Xbox Yacht Club Games, Shovel Knight, Supermassive Games. We might be seeing that, was it Directive 2080 or something, that space sci-fi horror game. Square Enix, maybe we'll see Final Fantasy 7 remake 7 remake. So that in and of itself is impressive. So my first prediction. This is very selfish of me, I know. God Hand, Switch 2, baby. Switch 2. Well, I guess it'd be multiple platforms: Xbox, PlayStation 5, Switch 2. I'm believing. I'ma believe. You gotta believe it. Let's to go back down to earth, to be more realistic. I think we're gonna see a lot of Halo or Xbox games that clearly revealed themselves on PlayStation. I think are gonna be confirmed for the Switch 2. I think that's a pretty reasonable prediction. That clearly Nintendo's had a great relationship with Nintendo's had a great relationship with Xbox so far, in terms of like Banjo and like the Rare license, and being pretty friendly and cordial with that, getting Minecraft, like with Smash and stuff like that. So it feels like the gates are open when it comes to like the collaborative efforts between them, those two. So I could very much see like a Master Chief Collection coming to Switch 2, or Forza and Gears. Maybe they announced that Gears is coming to Switch 2 as well. I could see it all. We might see the new Witcher. I don't know. I think it's too far out to see the new Witcher. I'm gonna reserve. I'm gonna put that back in my pocket. I think we might see Gears E-Day. They might give us a little more substantial clip to kind of nibble on until next year, which is I'm assuming when that will probably come out. Sega, maybe we might see some of those new IPs be closer to release, like the Streets of Rage game, or the Crazy Taxi one, etc. I could see that. I'm gonna put it to existence. I think we're gonna see Final Fantasy VII remake. What's the rumor? People are speculating Return, the third Final Fantasy VII remake game. I could see that very much so. I think we might get that. I don't know. Outside of that, what are like some givens? I think we'll definitely see the next Call of Duty for sure. And I think it will also be announced to be coming on Switch as well. Switching my sights on Capcom. I think it's time. I think it's very much time. I'm gonna speak it to existence. I think we're gonna get Dino Crisis. I think it's time. With that new one coming out, Capcom will be dumb to not like start capitalizing off on the resurgence of dinosaur related stuff. We'll pretend what was that, the game that isn't Dino Crisis. I even forgot what it was called. Exoprimal. There you go. I think this is a little bit more selfish, but I think Suda51 is gonna come on stage and is gonna bring No More Heroes 1, 2, 3 to Switch with the upgrades, Switch 2 upgrades. So Switch 2 upgraded No More Heroes 1 and 2. Well, specifically for No More Heroes 3, which was obviously very, very compromised on the Switch 1 in terms of it was creative and did the best what it could, but I could definitely see an upgrade path for the Switch 2 for No More Heroes 3. And who knows, maybe No More Heroes 4 or whatever that looks like. That's hopeful, though. I'm going to be realistic. That's hopeful. They don't mention Grasshopper anywhere here, technically, either. So, I mean, there's that. Trying to think of some games we haven't heard of. Oh, we might see the one game from Capcom, Paradigm or Para. That is definitely not it. It's something. I think it's Paradigm or something. Now I gotta look it up. With the astronaut. That game from Capcom with the astronaut. Pragmata. That's what it was. Pragmata. I think we're gonna see Pragmata. I'm gonna say we're gonna get a pretty decent trailer and release date coming out this year. Pragmata coming out this year, 2025. That's a bold one. That's a bold one, but I'm gonna stick to the guns. Off the top of my head. You know what? We got a trailer too for GTA 6. I think it's not too far-fetched to get a gameplay trailer for GTA 6. I could see, just a 2-minute clip of just some gameplay. Just enough for us to satiate and look over many of times and overanalyze. But I could see that one more thing. And, we get that to at least kind of savor on until we're closer to a year from now, basically. So that's something I think could happen. Yeah, I don't think we'll see any new consoles or anything like that, unless Sega tries to come back, and I doubt it. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think Sega's fine with being a software developer, software company. Anything we haven't heard of that I can't think of? Wasn't there a Grand Theft Auto, a GTA San Andreas MetaQuest game? Let me actually look on that. Cause I was like, when is that? Oh, so this was 10 months ago. GTA San Andreas, Meta says Grand Theft Auto San Andreas VR has been put on hold indefinitely. GTA San Andreas is on hold indefinitely while we both focus on other products. Look forward to working with our friends at Rockstar in the future. Interesting. Ah, shit. Here we go again. Could be possible. That was 9 months ago. Could be possible. Or 10 months ago. They could have picked it back up. We could get that. Maybe in addition to that, that rumored GTA 4 modern port. I could see that. Let's switch our focus to Xbox real quick, because I know they have a showcase coming up after that the following weekend. I think I think it's time for Perfect Dark to come out. I think we'll get a gameplay trailer for that Perfect Dark remake, and I think it's gonna come out this fall. Fable, I think we'll probably get another trailer for Fable. I think that's still probably ways ahead, but I could see that as well. We could see maybe something Halo related. Could see the next Halo, because I mean I think it's pretty clear that well, maybe not necessarily, but they definitely been putting effort still in the Halo Infinite, which is still fun to this day, by the way. But I don't know. Maybe Xbox will announce full backwards compatibility. Even though I guess they did rumor that they're planning to do that for like their next PC operating system, maybe. But I could see that maybe they managed to get the rights for 98% of the previous games somehow, some way, potentially. I could see that. Also, have to do it. Resident Evil Outbreak, File 1, File 2, Collection, HD Remaster, Remake, any any of those. Also, of course, yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I think we're for sure gonna see the next Resident Evil, or Resident Evil 9. I think that's pretty much a given at this point. It's been in a ton of development. The rumors are starting to become more frequent. I think we're gonna see Resident Evil 9 next week for sure. I think that's a safe bet. Pretty safe bet. Yeah. Okay. Well, praise it be whoever the Nintendo gods. The Sony Segas. We'll see. In due time, maybe. So that's pretty much all the news for this episode. Get into what I've been playing, which has been Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza. Finished that a while back. Overall, I was satisfied. With it. I feel like I didn't like it as much as The Man Who Erased His Name, but it was, I think, maybe right below it. But I did like the unique pirate aspect, emphasis, and that spin on Hawaii, and actually being able to explore Hawaii without, in a traditional sense, rather than like whatchamacallit, the how would I even define it? Instead of via turn-based, and actually having traditional Yakuza in that new setting of Hawaii. I'm trying to think like how I felt overall. I mean, it had all the essentials for a Yakuza game that I was satisfied with. I think I put a total of 50 hours into it, and did pretty much everything. I got the platinum, which was pretty good. Wasn't too crazy, wasn't too demanding. But yeah, no, I was pretty fulfilled. I think Goro Majima I think if anything, solidified himself as a great protagonist. So I think I would like to see him more in like let's say another title similar to this would be cool. But yeah, I'm curious I'm curious if this is going to be the cadence now, where yeah, we'll get a turn-based Yakuza, then a beat 'em up Yakuza, turn-based beat 'em up, turn-based beat 'em up. Which technically, if that is the case, I can be okay with that. I think as long as they don't fully eliminate the beat 'em up Yakuza games, then I can live with this. Ideally, I would just want them to stick to beat 'em up Yakuza, but clearly there's a divisive fan base that do enjoy the turn-based Yakuzas more than the beat 'em up Yakuza. So compromise, I can take it. I can take it. That reminds me, I didn't even do a lot of the extra stuff in Infinite Wealth, which I think partly due to just not being a huge fan of the turn-based in comparison to the beat 'em up aspect. Let's say if Like a Dragon just started out as a turn-based game, then yeah, obviously I think I wouldn't be as averse to it. But the fact that it originally started out as a beat 'em up and stayed that for the longest, and then became a turn-based game, I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know about that, man. I'm not crazy about it. It's fine, but I'm not crazy about it, you know? So, yeah. Yeah. There you go. Also played Onimusha 2. The remaster that recently came out. I beat it. And it was great. It was great. I forgot about Onimusha 2. I mean, I played it many of times back in the day, but there was so much I forgot from that game that, like, you know, I was taken back. In regards to the quality of the remaster, I feel like a good majority of it is great. Probably the only thing I noticed, and maybe it was in the PlayStation 2 version, but it feels like the lip syncing is very off. And I don't know if maybe that's to compensate for like Japanese audio track versus English, or I'm not even 100% sure if that even exists, but I would assume so. I just stuck with English because at least that's what I was familiar with growing up. But now I might do my next playthrough with Japanese, just out of curiosity, to see the vibes, if that is the case. Yeah, probably the lip syncing was very off in certain cutscenes, I recall. Nothing too distracting, but like the more I would focus on their lips, I'm like, I don't think that's syncing up. So then I think there were some weird changes they made to, like, I think some items in the game, like naming wise, that like I think there was like a smoking pipe in the game, but now they renamed it to something else. A couple other minute stuff that, like, I guess if you never played the original, you probably would never notice, but like at least for me, recalling like specific memories of the game, I'm like, that's weird. But I mean, nonetheless, hey, I think for the majority of it is still intact. I don't really notice anything that's missing. If anything, they probably added some other things to it. I will say, playing it now, there's some like depth in tech that I wasn't familiar with before. Also, I thankfully had the original PS2 guide from Prima Games. Shout out to Prima Games, by the way. Hope they're doing okay. I think they're out of business. Actually, you know what? Now I'm curious. What are they doing nowadays? I think they're just making their guides online, and they switched to like a news type vibe. Yeah, they're like kind of like a review tips and tricks, news reviews tips and tricks type site now. Damn, I really liked. I was a huge fan of all their guides, especially like the Capcom games. It was always like an event. It always always was essential to get the guide with the game. Back in the day, for sure. At least I felt like that. Like you know, it was great. Good times. So yeah, probably the biggest thing that I was surprised by that I wasn't aware of is that you can flash. I think what people call it everything. They call it the flash. Some people call it flash. Some people call it the ukami. What is the? Now I'm curious. Onimusha. Counterattack, flash, Isen or Hijiki is Isen. But Isen, I think Isen was the most common one. Where basically if you hit X or the attack button at the right time, specific time, and then the timing for me always felt very, very tight. Like damn near frame perfect or whatever. You will instantly kill the person. So you can do that with one, and you can also chain it. I think that was a new addition in this game. But within this game as well, apparently you can Isen like multiple times bosses, which I did not know, and I'm still trying to figure out the timing to do that because it feels like it's even way more strict, or just getting the timing right. And that's the thing too, like the timing varies between the various enemies, so it's like you can't you can't necessarily have a consistent rhythm. I guess maybe if you play it long enough and repetitively enough, potentially, I guess, but I don't know. And then again, I don't know, maybe it could be like monitor versus TV, that response time. So I'm curious. I might I might stream and play it on my monitor just to see if I can be more consistent that way. And if so, then I don't know. That might change a lot of things. So, the new addition they also did was that you can swap your weapons in game by holding the L2 button and then left or right on the D-pad. I think left is for your ranged weapons like your bow and gun. Right is for your melee weapons like the sword. And boy, shouts out to the hammer, the dokutsu. That's probably my favorite weapon in the game. I use that majority of the time. Yeah, I think that's really all of the like significant changes that I noticed, at least in my initial playthrough. But yeah, as a whole, it just felt like Onimusha was very much a classic, solid title from the good old days. It was just fun. It was fun. It's like literally, Resident Evil in feudal Japan, and it definitely give that vibe. But it also developed its own individuality within that, I guess, predefined box. So it does feel like its own unique series in of itself. It doesn't necessarily feel like a Resident Evil game, with a few exceptions, like activating items at certain points, the amount of puzzles in the game. Majority of them are optional, but but yeah, no, Onimusha is great. And also, I'm really curious about the friend system, where basically you have to give people things. Is so much depth and complexity to that, where if you give a certain friend like a frog, they'll give you like armor for one of the other characters, and then it's like now that comes into play. But then if you are good with everybody, you won't necessarily, the likelihood to develop like your relationship or go branch to a different path is you'd be stifling yourself, I think. So, which I never understood when I initially played the game back in the day, where like what do I have to do to play or trigger certain scenes? But it seems to all lie, at least after researching it, in gifting the characters that you want to see like develop in their unique like branch, because the game has multiple like cutscenes and scenarios that you is determined by that. So that was cool, and I'm trying to figure that out, because I do want to platinum this game. I feel like it's not unreasonable to do. So I just might do it. Just might stream it as well. I don't know. That bug is starting to scratch again. I might have to. That bug is itching. I might have to scratch. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. But yeah, Onimusha 2. I'm looking forward. I hope they. I feel like it's kind of a given that they're gonna do like 3 and 4 now, but you never know. I hope this is getting a physical version, because I definitely would want to get the physical, because I think it's only. Let's see. Will there be a physical edition? Huh. It seems like nobody. Yeah, it seems like nobody really. Do they? Do they have a Japanese? Or is it Japanese only? Yeah, it might be Asia only. Let me look at Play Asia. Onimusha 2. Maybe not. Maybe they backed out. They could have possibly backed out of it. I definitely got the first Onimusha though, because I know for sure the first Onimusha came physical first, physical and digital at the same time. But I could see maybe Onimusha 2 probably might be going the limited run game route, and that's how they'll do physical. I could see that. Because if it hasn't happened now, that's the only route I really see otherwise. So I'm cool with that if that's the case. Because I definitely want a physical version. Physical forever. Fuck damn Nintendo doing that. I don't know if did we talk about that before? I don't know, but nonetheless we may have. But either way, I'm gonna rant about it again. That game cart shit, I don't like it. I don't like it, man. Cause it's like it's the worst scenario that like you basically have a digital game, but you can't play it until you put the card in. So it's like, then why not just get digital? It's like they're intentionally pushing you towards a digital either way, because it's like you technically have the license, but the game isn't even on the damn isn't on the cart. So you basically are just getting a key to play it, rather than like having the whole game there, or at least majority game not factoring in updates or whatever, but like at least you have a game to play regardless. But like this is like it's just the cart. It's just the cart. And it just tells you can download the game, and then you have to do that. And then after you download, then you can play it. But if you want to play something else, you have to take that card out and play something else. So not a fan. I hope I'm waiting to see how that plays out, but I don't know. I just do not know. Do not know. I digress. Onimusha 2 is great though. Onimusha 2 is great. I recommend it if you've not played it. Perfect time to get into them. I'm just saying. Also recently got played some Neightreign. Not too much, probably like 2 hours, honestly. But I'm not quite sure how I feel about it yet, to be honest. At least from the network test, I was very much in. I was like, oh yeah, this has some potential to be great or whatever. But after having played it, after getting it, I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. But I'm definitely going to put some more hours into it to see how those feelings are. But I'm not quite sure yet. I mean, I enjoy the premise and everything, but I don't know. It's like it was fun. It was fun with the network test. Maybe just the novelty, the newness of it all. But I'm not quite sure if those feelings still transfer or still the same. Now it being in my hands and playing it. But I don't know. I think maybe I gotta find a character I really resonate with, or get a groove going or whatever. Gotta get your groove on. If you know that, if you get that reference, that's shouts out. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm gonna play some more. Hey, may potentially stream that. Who knows? We'll see. And yeah, I'm curious to definitely play it solo to see how far I can get. And I know they have a patch coming that will let you play it, or give you an extra revive, if you're playing solo. But just give us 3 revives if we're playing solo, man. I feel like that's pretty fair. Like clearly that's how you do it. If you're playing with 3 other people. So, but I guess maybe the only thing I could see why they wouldn't is because you could trick or manipulate that by intentionally dying, and then presumably all your health goes back when you do revive. I think that's the case. And if it's an insta kill death, you can just take the L and then be good. But even then, I mean, it's like it's still difficulty there. So I don't know. I just do not know. I don't. Damn. But yeah, Elden Ring, Neightreign. I just I'm not sure. Kind of slightly indifferent, but I'm definitely curious to see more of it. So yeah. But other than that, I think that'll conclude it for episode 200 of Switch Your Sights. If you did like this show, feel free to like, rate, subscribe on your various platforms. You can catch me record these episodes live on Twitch TV/SaySwitch. You can also catch the archives of these on YouTube.com/SaySwitch. But yeah, until next time, y'all. Hopefully, y'all who got the Switch 2 gets the Switch 2. Happy Summer Game Fest. Hopefully, all your dreams come true. Feel free to fuck. Get your damn game on. Oh yeah.
Nobody's safe.